Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Check the Market. Lyric, good morning to you. Welcome to a new day here on Check the Market. I'm flying solo today. Well, Jake's here to give me moral support. How's everybody doing today? Good morning, Sandra. Scott, good morning to you, sir. Dale Fish, good morning. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Chipotle, it's got some robots and other things. Possibly some Russia stuff thrown in today. Jacob, good morning. D&D Investments. Logan Watkins. Andrea, good morning to you. What a day. Futures are up big. At least that's what I saw here last I checked. Futures up, oil's up a little bit. Oil's down almost over 20% from its high, so that's good news. Well, good news if you gas up your car all the time. Bad news if you're invested in energy stocks. Charles, good morning. Welcome. We got some news on crypto as well. Crypto is cruising this morning. Let's take a look. Market is up 4.36% for cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is up 3.91 over the past 24 hours, back over 40,000. Ethereum up over 2,600, up almost 5%. XRP up just 1%. When's that lawsuit going to be done, though? That is the question. Let's see what else. Shiba Inu up 1.81%. at 0.000022. Better than SafeMoon. SafeMoon's at 0.00000x9. 22. Somewhere around there. Well, let's get into it this morning. See what's going on. You have the first article. History shows stocks can weather rate hike cycle. So that's what I've been reading. Everybody's worried about the rate hike. That might be coming out today. Every market's going to crash, all of these things. Well, so I looked into it and I saw that the majority of the time that's not the truth. Let's see it. Fears over the Federal Reserve's hawkish shift have combined with geopolitical uncertainty to push the S&P into a correction this year. Yet historical data suggests tighter monetary policy has often been accompanied by solid gains in stocks. That offers a glimmer of good news to investors who widely expect the central bank to announce the first interest rate increase in more than 3 years on Wednesday and are pricing some 180 basis points of tightening by the end of the year. The S&P 500 has returned an average 7.7% in the first year the Fed raises rates, according to a Deutsche Bank study of 13 hiking cycles since 1955. An analysis of 12 rate hike cycles overall by Truist Advisory Services found the S&P 500 posted a total return at an average annualized rate of 9.4% during the length of such cycles, showing positive returns in 11 of those periods. Equities have generally risen during periods where the Fed funds rate is rising because this is normally paired with a healthy economy and rising profits. Continue. Good morning to you, Christophoros. So there's the chart. There you can see it. The S&P has risen at an average annualized rate of 9.4% during 12 rate hike cycles. So the only one that they went down was during the rate hikes from 72 to 74. It went down 9%, the S&P 500. But all the other ones, after the rate hike cycles, the stock market actually went up. So many investors worry that this year may be more complicated than most. However, as markets are faced with soaring inflation, which stands to be worsened by surging commodity prices in the wake of Russia's war with Ukraine. Continue. The uncertainty has presented a dilemma for the central bank, with some investors worried policymakers could push the economy into a recession if it raises rates too far as it seeks to tamp down inflation. To be sure, rate increases have tended to weigh on stocks in the near term. An analysis by Evercore of 4 hiking cycles found that the S&P 500 fell an average of 4% in the first month. I say buy the dip. Is there another chart on this one? There we go. So that's the 1-month return and then the yearly return. The average return for the S&P 500 and its sectors from the start of rate hike cycle since 1994. So this is all the cycles since 1994. So in the first month, the stocks go down. And then after that, it goes up with technology just crazy, going crazy. Consumer discretionary going down. So there you have it. It's not all bad news when they say they're going to raise rates. Continue. We can go to the next one. That's just some analysis. Oh, here we go. Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson is retiring, and Howard Schultz is back. He's back, everybody. Howard Schultz, who built Starbucks into the company that it is today, writing books that he sold at Starbucks and all sorts of stuff. He's back. He's returning as interim chief. Was Kevin Johnson forced out? That is a good question. I don't think so. All right, let's see it. Got some restaurant news today. Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson is retiring after 5 years on the job. He's had enough. Coffee quality going down in those 5 years. Howard Schultz will return as interim CEO, once again taking the helm of the company he elevated into a global brand while the company searches for a long-term successor. This will be his 3rd tenure as the coffee giant's chief executive. Let me see what Starbucks is doing. SBUX is the ticker symbol, and they are up pre-market. Look at that. Almost 6% up pre-market on the news that Howard Schultz is returning. So that is good for Starbucks. Hopefully the coffee quality is going to go back up to where it was back in 2008, 2010. You don't think so? They really need to work on that, because they used to have pretty good coffee. And now, Shares of the company rose 6% pre-market trading on the news. The company announced the leadership transition ahead of its annual shareholder meeting on Wednesday. A year ago, I signaled to the board that as the global pandemic neared an end, I would be considering retirement from Starbucks. I feel this is a natural bookend to my 13 years with the company, Johnson said in a statement. Continue. Johnson joined the board in 2009 while working as CEO of Juniper Networks. That just goes over his background and stuff like that. Patrick, check the Bitcoin chart from last night. Looked like Cedar Point roller coaster. Let me take a look at that. Bitcoin. Dang. That does look like a roller coaster. But we're back up over 40,000. Nobody can keep us down. Bitcoin to the moon, XRP to the moon. That's how we roll here on Crypto Island. Next article. Dow futures jump 400 points as Wall Street tries to rally for a second day. Fed decision ahead. Carl, you are right. They do need to fix their wokeness and not their coffee. I say they fix their wokeness and their coffee. Continue. Dow futures jumped 400 points. Stock futures rose Wednesday as traders tried to build on the sharp gains from the previous session, while Wall Street awaited the Federal Reserve latest monetary policy decision. It's the German in me coming out there. Futures on the Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 402 points, while S&P futures rose 1.3. NASDAQ futures jumped 1.9. Micron Technology was among the best performing S&P stocks in pre-market, gaining more than 4%. Starbucks is up, and Boeing is up 2.3% on news that they will start delivering their 737s to China again. Continue. Several Chinese stocks soared more than 20% after China signaled its support for overseas listings. Pinduoduo is up 35%, and DD Global jumped 41%. If you're invested in Chinese stocks, it's good news for you. Fix it all. Yes, I agree. Fix the coffee, fix the wokeness, fix the bad attitude of your baristas. And why do we not have lids and stoppers and stuff like that? That's, you know, right? Or when you go there and you want your bacon Gouda sandwich and they're out. Why are you out? Why? Yeah, I thought this was Starbucks. Thoughts on Solana? There's a lot of different cryptocurrencies out there like Solana. I think, you know, a lot of them have been hit hard. I still like Solana. I like Solana. I like Cardano. I think they can still, you know, they can do very well, especially the longer that Ethereum takes on coming out with their Ethereum 2.0. Christopherus, fix it all, fix their spelling. They misspell everyone's name. My brother does this thing where he goes and when he's in a, you know, where they ask for his name, he always just says Bob, because that's the least likely for somebody to misspell. B-O-B, very easy. It's like, my name is Bob. Yes, Scott, I still like Solana. I'm personally still invested in it. Markets are open. Sandra, thanks for reminding us. Ding, 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 ding. To the no. To the no. We had a mashup of different bells there. And we have a good old-fashioned Bollywood. NASDAQ up 1.4 something percent, 1.41, and the S&P 500 up 0.99%. Oil is up, gold is down, and silver's down today. So there you have it. What a great start to the day. Let's hope that they can keep it up and make it another green day. XRP, they should settle August to November, but that's what they said last year. So we'll see if that actually happens. All right, next article. Daylight saving time hack. Most people spring forward 1 hour in March. Why stop at 1 hour? I like to spring forward at least 4 hours. Why? This allows you to get ahead of the competition. While they sleep, you spring. It's simple. Thank me later. Did he actually say that? Did Gary Vee actually? No, okay. I was gonna say, that does sound like something he would say though, for real. I like to spring forward 4 hours. Oh man. All right, next. Crypto exchange revenue grew 600% in 21, surpassing traditional exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange. Regulatory risk could pinch profits going forward, but we won't let that happen. Continue. Regulatory risk could pinch profits going forward. Global trading revenue generated by cryptocurrency exchanges hit $24.3 billion in 21 to surpass total revenue generated by traditional stock exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ for the first time ever, according to a report published by financial services consultancy Optimus. The report estimates that revenue at crypto exchanges increased 7 times from the $3.4 billion in sales recorded in 21 and was 60% higher than the roughly $15.2 billion brought in by traditional securities exchanges. Man, that is huge. This is quite a shift from only a year earlier when the traditional exchanges had revenues 4 times greater than the exchanges of the crypto world. But here's what they're not telling you. What they're not telling you is that a lot of brokers don't charge you any fees. Whereas a lot of these crypto exchanges, I mean, it's crazy, the fees they charge. So I think that has something to do with it. The old venerable names like the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, Deutsche Börse, and CME have all been left behind in the dust by crypto startups Binance and Coinbase. The biggest winner of the explosive growth in crypto trading revenue is Binance Holdings, which increased its share of spot market crypto trading from 49% to 69%, as it raked in an estimated $14.6 billion in trading fees last year. Continue. So there you have it. That was Q3 of 2020. Man, and that's Q3 of 21. Wow. Continue. Coinbase Global, the only major crypto exchange to be publicly traded, reported total revenue of $7.8 billion, up from $1.3 billion in 2020. That is quite a leap. Coinbase is still on my, let me see what they're trading at. 162, up 4.12% today. They did hit their lows there around the 150s, now back up to 162. I think Coinbase is still a good buy. All right, next. Ethereum whales are trading this coin the most today. Let's see it. What coin is it? Celsius. Never heard of that coin. Celsius was also ranked 8th among the most used smart contracts by the Ethereum whales, according to data from cryptocurrency data firm Whale Stats. Celsius is a banking and financial services platform for cryptocurrency users. It offers rewards for depositing cryptocurrency along with services such as loans and wallet-style payments. So that's one that basically that was just a reminder for myself to look into Celsius. I thought I lost my notes there. All right. Next. Somehow this is legal. So right up there is when our good old friend Jim Cramer said that we should buy Netflix, and that's where it's at right now. So yeah, he said buy at 600. We're down to 343. So it looks like we lost 50%. Continue. Inverse Kramer. Here's what he tweeted. Jimmy Chill had taken a break from rebutting the various clowns and frauds who trash me, but at the advice of my doctor, I'm back, and it's time for these losers to take a thrashing, at least the ones still left. I love those masochists because they never miss a show. So that's him just going after his haters. Next. This is him. You are not a fraud. They are the frauds. Oh, man. Jacob, what's the best app to use to buy crypto? I'm using Robinhood. Coinbase is a good one. Coinbase has a ton of educational tools on there now, and you actually get rewarded in cryptocurrency for going through some of their classes. So I think that Coinbase would be a... Oh, yeah, Michael said Coinbase. I haven't used Voyager. Kraken is good, yeah. Uphold. I've been having some problems with Qcoin, so I wouldn't recommend Qcoin. But Uphold is good. Coinbase. Gate.io. I'm looking into that one because I hear it's a little more reliable. And they trade a ton of different cryptocurrencies. But if you're just starting out, Robinhood, Robinhood is good, but I would say Coinbase would probably be a really good one to use. Especially if you're just starting out. Their fees are a little high, though. All right, next. Oh, there we go. It's already up there. Bill Gross, king of bonds and prominent crypto critic, invests in Bitcoin. I don't know if I would have ever seen the day where Bill Gross would invest in cryptocurrency, but here we have it. I thought this was very interesting. The legendary financier Bill Gross holds Bitcoin after having loudly criticized the popular crypto. Let's see it. Gate.io is being discontinued in the US? I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know, Michael. Bitcoin prices are not in great shape. Many investors and observers are wondering whether the top cryptocurrency by market value will soon return to its highs posted last November, or if it has left for a period of decline known as crypto winter. Well, if Bitcoin is now prompting everyone to agree on one of the aspect of the cryptocurrency, it is its reputation. For the past few weeks, Bitcoin has been scoring victories on this front. Crypto is no longer seen in a bad light by the Biden administration in view of the presidential executive order that advises federal agencies not to stifle innovation. The White House has also revived the idea of a digital dollar. Continue. Man, that is... Now I'm going to have to look for another one. If Gate.io is being closed in the US. They don't like that they have to report all that stuff. David says that Bill Gross should know better as long as he's been doing this. Continue. And then there's the classic finance superstars who one after another are saying that they were wrong about digital currencies, and more specifically Bitcoin. After the hedge funder Ken Griffin, it is the turn of the king of bonds, Bill Gross, to pledge allegiance to Bitcoin. In a recent interview with CNBC, Gross claimed to have invested in Bitcoin. I simply think that, the crypto coins are a bubble. I do think there are survivors. I do think we need an alternative to the dollar, as we've seen in the last week or two, and that, there will be several survivors, and I'm invested to a small extent in Bitcoin. It looks like everybody in that class is investing a small amount of their portfolios in Bitcoin. Kevin O'Leary said, I think he's like 20% invested in cryptocurrencies or something like that. I mean, it was like a crazy number. So I thought that was interesting, and that's good news for cryptocurrencies. Oh, it just came out Monday. Proof of residency. Man. Oh well. That's right, Gerald. It looks like everything is green, though. Crypto's green. Dow Jones up 1.33%. NASDAQ up 1.8%. S&P up 1.4%. So it looks like it's another day, but we could have a roller coaster. Green. That's right. All right, let's take a look at some stocks to research. Actually, no, let's do the Chipotle one. Chipotle is testing a new robot to make tortillas. Man, Chipotle is going for it. Let's see it. Enter the tortilla robot at Chipotle as one way to fight the restaurant labor shortage. Chipotle said Wednesday it's linked up with Miso Robotics to bring Chippy into restaurants. As the name would imply, Chippy is an autonomous robot programmed to make Chipotle's tortilla chips or take over the world, ? The robot is currently being tested at the company's innovation center in Irvine, California. It will be integrated into a Chipotle restaurant in Southern California later this year. We're always exploring opportunities to enhance our employee and guest experience. Our goal is to drive efficiencies through collaborative robotics that'll enable Chipotle's crew members to focus on other tasks in the restaurant, said Chipotle Chief Technology Officer Kurt Garner. Continue. Jared says Miso Robotics is a great investment, so we'll have to take a look into that one. If Chippy sounds familiar to you, it should. White Castle, the first major food chain to work with Miso Robotics on a robot several years ago, announced in February it would bring Flippy 2 to 1/3 of its restaurants nationwide. Flippy, unlike Chippy, is a robot that flips White Castle hamburgers with precision. Man. So it doesn't matter what White Castle you go to, the hamburgers are always going to be consistent. That's actually not a bad idea. No cigarette ash on it or anything. Meanwhile, other restaurant chains continue to explore their use of robots to tackle the labor shortage. In 21, Domino Pizza struck a deal with self-driving delivery company Nuro that deal led to the launch of autonomous pizza delivery in parts of Houston. The application of robots will be something that will grow in the economy generally. Former Sonic Drive-In CEO Clifford Hudson. I'd like to see these robots on, what do they call them? This skates or whatever at Sonic. The chances it will occur in the restaurant industry is excellent, just like it will occur across other industries. Continue.
I gave him a 6-foot extension cord so he can't chase us.
And yes, let's not forget that. A 6-foot extension cord so they can't chase us. Oh man. Make sure they don't have batteries or anything like that. It's just an extension cord. Alright, let's see it.
Tell them boys on the neighborhood road. Tell them boys on the neighborhood road. Let's go.
Man,
Tell
that
them
is
boys on the
hacking right there.
neighborhood road. Tell them.
Now, if you can only change it to the pump too, just imagine the lines at that gas station if it's the only one in the city with prices like that. All right, I took a look at 2 stocks that I was asked to research for you. Number 1, BLMN, Bloomin' Brands, like Bloomin' Onion, Bloomin' Brands. This company owns and operates restaurants. Those restaurants are Outback, Carrabba's, Italian Grill, Bonefish Grill, and Fleming's Prime Steakhouse. Revenue growth has been fairly flat, but that is common with some of the restaurant industry. It has a dividend yield of around 2.69%. Honestly, after looking at the financials and the growth of this company, I'm not 100% sold on it. I wasn't too impressed. But a lot of analysts seem to be sold on the company. They think it can go much higher than where it's trading right now. Currently at around $20 a share off its 52-week high at $32.81. There is a ton of short interest in the company, so it could be a candidate for a short squeeze at some point. But if I'm looking at the restaurant industry, I don't know if I would choose Bloomin' Brands as one that I would get into personally. But if you're in it and you're happy with the company, then I'm happy. IMPP is another one. IMPP. Imperial Petroleum. This is an international shipping transportation company that specializes in the transport of petroleum products. They are based out of Greece. The last financials that I can find for the company was from the 3rd quarter of last year. The third quarter, which was reported on 21st of December. So we'll need to see what the next financial reports say that they release before I can make a decision on this company. They just started trading again, from what it looks like on the charts. They have seen revenue decreases when compared with 2020. And when I was reading through their report, it said a lot that they're banking on the reopening of the Chinese economy. But that's up in the air right now because they're doing lockdowns again. So right now, I mean, it's trading at $2 a share. So if you want to take a risk with it, then go right ahead. But I personally wouldn't invest in this company right now. I would want to see them release some more financials to see what they think going forward. So when they release their fiscal 4th quarter financials, I'll take a look at them and see if this would be a good company to invest in. IMPP, Imperial Petroleum. It's a shipping company based out of Greece, like a lot of shipping companies. And shipping companies have actually been going up. It's a mining company. IMPP. Oh, HYMC. I saw that AMC bought them, or bought a mining company, but I didn't look into it. Good morning, Doug. That one you'd have to buy, Logan, you would have to buy it on TD Ameritrade, Fidelity. I don't even think you can buy it on Robinhood because it's a mutual fund, or it's a fund. So you'd have to buy it on TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, and other companies like that. And Mark Cuban and Kevin O'Leary now have 20% of their portfolios in cryptocurrencies. So they're going all in. All right. And if you'd like to invest in Revival today, we'll give you an opportunity to do that now. And if you'd like to type in some stocks that you'd like to see me research, you can do that, and I'll take a look at them for you. And if you'd like to donate today, we'll give you an opportunity to do that now as you join with us. Hashtag donate on Facebook. Text RT to 50155. $sign RT Give, Venmo at RT Give. We also accept PayPal, cryptocurrencies. And then you can also send us a check. Revival Today, P.O. Box 7, Prosperity, Pennsylvania, 15329. As you invest in the best thing that you can invest in, the kingdom of God. And I will send you the little book that beats the stock market by John C. Bogle. I think that would help, especially in times like this, where it's a little more volatile. It talks a lot about index funds and things like that, where you just park money for a long time and then investing basically the Warren Buffett way. So we'll send that to you as a thank you. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Jason, good morning to you. Make sure you share this broadcast with everybody that you know, all your villages and cities and towns. And I will see you all tomorrow. Go out there, make some money today. It's looking like it's going to be another green day. And I will see you all tomorrow. See ya.